our first example, in order to write an equation, I'm going to need to find or identify an m and a b. M, of course, is slope, and b is the y-intercept. So to do that, I'm going to start over here with my y's, and I want to just identify the change in my y's, because we know that m is equal to the change in the y's over the change in the x's. Not just the ordered pair, but remember to identify the change. Over here, you can easily see that we're just adding 1 each time. So my slope is going to be 2 over 1, which simplifies down just to 2. I don't know my b, so if I don't know the b, then all I need to do is to use the equation y is equal to mx plus b. I'm going to substitute in the 2 for m, and then I can just choose an ordered pair. I'm just going to choose 4, 12 in this example, where we know that these are our y's and these are our x's. So in other words, 12 is y and 4 is x, and we want to find b. So I got 12 equals 8 plus b. To solve for b, I just want to subtract 8, right, and that's what 4 is equal to b. So I'm going to go back and just put that in because I know that I need both m and b to write the equation. So my final equation is y is equal to 2x, and that's a positive 4. Now before I go on, I would want to choose an ordered pair and just make sure that I did that correctly. I'm just going to go back here, and this time I'm going to use 1, 6, which is my first example. To substitute in, I've got 6 is equal to 2 times 1 plus 4, and of course that checks because 2 plus 4 gives me 6. In our next example, same idea, I want to find the change in my output and versus the change on my input. So as far as -5, -3, we've added 2 there. Here we're going to add 4, 2, and once again 2. On my x's, or my input, I had a change here of 3, change here of 6, 3, and 3. So don't be thrown here with the 6 and the 4 as far as our change, because remember it's going to be the change in the y over your change in your x, again, not just the ordered pair. So if either way you look at it, it doesn't matter. If it's 2/3, that's also equal to 4/6. Now, as far as writing it, we're going to say m is equal to our version, that would be in lowest terms. So from there, then, I don't know my b. That's what we're going to try to find. So remember the equation y is equal to mx plus b. I'm going to substitute in 2/3 for m, and then I need to choose an ordered pair. I'm going to choose -3, -3. And so that would be both y and x are -3 plus b. -3 is equal to 3 goes into -3, -1 times, so that gives me a -2 plus b. To get b by itself, I would have to add 2 to both sides, and that's going to give me a -1 is equal to b. I can go ahead and write that down here. As far as the final equation is, y is equal to 2/3 x, and this is a -1, so I'm going to say -1 there. To check it, I'm going to choose my last coordinate, just mix it up a little bit, where 9 is y, x is 5, so as far as simplifying from there, we've got, I did it opposite. Excuse me. You guys probably noticed that first. So, I'm sorry, our y is 5, and our x is 9, better. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, better. 2 times 3 is 6, -1, so that, of course, does check. Final answer. Here's our equation. Moving on to our last example. I want to find the change in my output. Looks like 3. What do we have here? 9, 6. And I'm going to have to change, this looks weird. Let's just make this 60 and make this one 21. Over in our inputs, we have a change of 9, we have a change of, what is that, 27, a change of 18, and then just a change of 3. So I want to check my ratio because we're not just looking at the ordered pair, we have to look at the change in the y's versus the change in the x. So it looks like I've got 3/9, I've got 9/27, I have 6/18, and I have 1/3. So that means they're all proportional, and I'm going to choose the one that is in lowest term. So of course 6/18, 9/27, and 3/9, that's going to reduce down to 1/3. So I know my m value is 1/3. My b value, well, I don't know that yet, but I will soon enough. In the equation, y is equal to mx plus b. Let's substitute in 1/3, and then I'm going to just choose an order pair. What should I choose? Let's do this one, 20 and 57. So as far as the y, that's going to be the 20. And then, oops, again. Y is 57. And then our, no, get it right first. 20 is Y, final answer, and 57 is your X. And then I'm substituting, I want to cancel your 3 and 57, that's going to be 19. So 20 is equal to 19 plus B. To get to B, looks like we just need to add 1. So my B value is 1. That means that my equation is y is equal to 1/3 x plus 1. Just to make sure we did this correctly, let's go back and choose an ordered pair. Let's do 12, 5. So that 5 is our y, 1/3 times 12 plus 1. So we got 5 is equal to 3 goes into 12 4 times, 4 plus 1 gives us 5, and that does check. Final answer. So little piece of advice, make sure when you're substituting back into your equation that you're putting in the correct value. Your output is going to be your y, your input is going to be your x, and I hope you learned something new today.